Just I woke up 30 minutes ago. I slept really good last night. I hope everybody else slept really good. I just got on this YouTube and I was looking at last night's video right here. Are you feeling it? And I've been down here in the comment section. Let me turn this up so I can. And I looked at Gillian Angel's comment. There was a mysterious fog noted before the Black Death. There is a historical trend, a mysterious fog occurring before certain catastrophes. Well, it's cold outside. The mysterious fog. I believe there's something to it. I really do. Mysterious fog before certain catastrophes. Good morning, Lisa. I'm going to type it in. Good morning, Matthew. Happy Sunday, Evolving. Nancy, Lynn. Good morning. I'm going to see the mysterious fog. I'm going to look at it. Oh, look. What caused the fog in 536 AD? Well, how on earth do you have a record of something so far back? The snow is just barely sprinkling right now where I'm at. I like that sentient oneness. The fog before the storm. Yeah, the snow ain't here yet. It's just a very sprinkle of snow. Yes, good afternoon. Here's my throat again. I'm going to make sure when I drink tea or coffee, it's going to be in a thermos. That way it stays warm. It's 14 degrees, Melissa, honey. Yeah, I got to get ready. Oh, a deadly plague. Listen to this. A deadly plague swept through the population already weakened by hunger, claiming countless lives from Constantinople. Now, oh, I did not know that Constantinople is now Istanbul. Did you know that? Yeah. Well, Mariana. Constantinople and Timbuktu. It's now Istanbul. Well, I learned something new this morning. It's now Istanbul, Constantinople to China. Wow. Archaeological and scientific evidence say the fog was caused by a volcanic eruption in Iceland in early 536. It was also mentioned in the Journal of Antiquity in 2018. Wow. Well, we had a major volcanoes. It just give me a hot flash. It made me hot. Talking about a volcanic eruption made me hot. You would call me a hot flash. Yeah. Istanbul. I gotta roll up my sleeves. I pull my body off. Yeah. Oh, hello from the West Coast. In Istanbul. Istanbul. Yeah. Good morning. Oh, wow. Then, this is not nice. What is a radiation fog? A common type of fog produced over a land area when radiational cooling reduces the air temperature to or so below its dew point. Thus, a strict radiation fog is a nighttime occurrence, although it may begin to form by evening to not in twilight and often does not dissipate until after the sunrise. Hey there, Apple Brooks. Honey, there's a Squeeze song, Alicia, on the 45 Singles album, say you had Istanbul It's Constantinople, but that nobody's business but the Turks. Good morning. Um, it looks like a chemical trail with the giant X marks. You had to fake snow last night, Michael. Yes, you got to watch out. When I was growing up, the preacher, he has since passed, said, watch out for those slanted eyes. That's all he would ever say, which was, I thought, okay. Yes, it's on its way to Indiana. We're ready. And then look at this. What's the phenomenon? What's the phenomenon behind the fog? Oh, so I thought it said the brain. I thought it said the brain fog. I really did thought it said the brain fog, but it didn't. Yeah. With confusion. Are we getting younger, Jivan? I think I bought the same poncho. It's been foggy here for a week in Vancouver and haven't eaten. I feel weird. The dogs have been acting weird. Well, I'd like to get younger. I do castor oil packs at night. Since I visited the holistic doctor, 90% of the time since that visit, I've done castor oil packs at nighttime. Yeah. I heard castor oil is really good for your body. It is, and your skin. Yeah. They recalled the fog. Cheryl, when I read the word recall, another YouTuber said they recalled the fog before the fire at the Hawaii island. I thought immediately of a recall of food. Wow, recalled the fog. It's an entity. It's more than one entity. It's a collectiveness of energy, that frequency, a collective frequency that can be split. Yeah, with turmeric. You've been doing that too. Yeah. It's easy now that I got it down pat. I just wrap myself up like a mummy. And I think, wow, I sleep really good. And I slept really good last night. I thought it's 7:30 in the morning now. I've heard the movie The Fog, but I don't think I've ever watched it. If it had any demonic stuff in it, wow, I will not watch it. Yeah. Where's my hold on a second. You can't take what belongs to God. You can't. Someone said, I'm Satan, Gina, and I'm here for your soul. You can't have it. It's not for taking. It isn't. Yeah, we got it. We got it. It's silly. Gina, did you feel an evil coming from that? No, I think it was a little bit of sarcasm, but no, it's stupid. The killer fog. Okay, I gotta put my sleeves down. I'm getting a little cold. The killer fog. I just gotta get it. Let's look at. I want to see a killer fog. Smog. All right. Smog is a type of air pollution created by industrial output and natural weather phenomenons. London's reliance on a coal-fired plant and electricity. Oh, see, it looks like it's been written. And they decided to write that on October the 1st of 2024. Okay. What year did the sun go dark? Oh, yes. Oh, hello there, Dennis, honey. How you doing? Did I just see a message come through on my other platform? I didn't go look at it because when I'm on here, if I leave this platform and I come back or a phone call comes in, they zoom up on me like this. They zoom up on me, and it's hard to get rid of that. Yeah, that's great, Dennis. What did you see? You got the mist, you got the fog. Um, it is castor oil is amazing. I had a burn spur on my heel, and I could barely walk. I used castor oil for 2 weeks, and it's gone. No pain. That's wonderful. There's Al, honey. Al, honey, I give you a little ring you in. If I can find my Good morning, Al, honey. Yeah, time to wake up. The fog of no, the sun went dark in National Geographic Education. On what year did the sun go dark? On May the 19th of 1780, the skies over New England, New York, darkened for a full day. In the preceding days, the sun and the moon had appeared red tinted, and by noon of May 19th, the sky was nearly dark as night. It was also known as the dark day. One contemporary observer wrote, "The extent of this darkness was very remarkable." Oh, well, there'd be your 3 days of darkness right there. Yeah. I'm not going to mention where the holistic doctor is located at. There are a lot of holistic doctors anywhere around like a 40-mile radius near me, and even across the river, because I don't want that doctor targeted by some not so nice people who just want to do it. Yeah, that's right. They bounced you off, Al, honey. Well, that's okay. We got you. Yeah. The dark skies. That would be your 3 days of darkness. There's always been, look, now, I thought we looked at the dark. Look at this. And now it says December the 5th of 1952 CE, the Great Smog of 1952. But I thought I was looking on the darkness. It blanketed London. A great smog blanketed London and was responsible for more than 4,000 deaths. Had a little tiny, tiny, like sharp pain right there, just teeny tiny. Yes. Oh, thank you, Carolina Sandpiper. Let's look at this. Oh, this is great. This is like a mysterious fog, but this mysterious fog caused deaths on December the 5th, in 1952, people in London, England began to suffer respiratory illnesses after breathing that fog, thick smog. This deadly weather event, the Great Smog, would last almost a week and cost between 4,000 and 10,000 lives. It's a type of air pollution created by whatever. Their weather also contributed to the Great Smog. It was in a large river valley, limiting the air circulation. A mass of cold air blanketed the region the night before, trapping the valley's warmer air below. Oh, the warmer air was very high in pollution from homes, cars, and factories. The Great Smog of 1952 caused the United Kingdom to enact stricter laws about air pollution, and cities around the world tried to limit how much. Mexico, Beijing, China, Los Angeles, and the United States. Isn't that interesting? What did they say? And Los Angeles, United States. Why not the United States? Why just Los Angeles than the United States? Isn't that interesting? You don't know what you was listening to last night, but basically, in the 1950s, the U.S. did an aerosol experiment on the East Coast, and it sounded much like the one done on the West, an aerosol experiment in the 1950s. Let's look at that. We can look at that because it would be like a fog. It's like the fog cans that they used to fog the pests out of your house. The roaches and like a fogger for fleas and bed bugs or whatever it is they do. Yeah. What did you say? Aerosol experiments, military experiments with aerosol fogs. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah. The U.S. Army has conducted experiments with dogs to study the toxicity of compounds and to help detect the threats like COVID-19 and explosives. The Army has conducted experiments to study the toxicity of chemical compounds to determine the health hazards to personnel who work with them. The data from these studies is used to establish airborne concentration levels and occupational safety limits. The Army has conducted experiments. Oh, it had partnered with the University of Pennsylvania and canine training facilities to research how dogs can detect the odor of this on human sweat. The Army has developed rigorous testing procedures and standards for its explosive detection dogs. These dogs are trained to detect explosives and are held to higher proficiency standards than other types. Well, good morning. Yeah, we got it going on. Yeah, we saw that before, the patents for fogs. Let's get back to the oh, now see here, this is what I had clicked into. I wanted to read this article. Oh, that's the Shaker Foundation. You're talking about the 3 days of darkness. That's what we're talking about now. We went from the fog to the 3 days of darkness, and it did happen. Somehow it happened. It's from the Quakers and the Shakers. Remember those in history? The Quakers and the Shakers. Were they quarreling or something? All I remember Quaker and Shaker. Look, they just brought this back on May the 6th, 2020. Why would they bring this article back from that long ago in 1780 unless this was going to happen again? It's still dark. Fried tater 57. Yes, they have it on. We know about it. Thank you for reminding people. Yeah, there's a patent. It's probably a patent on how to make a human 2.0. Patents on humans. Let me see this. Patents on humans. Human patents. I'm not going to click into it. I'm not going to get myself in trouble. The human gene patent, the human genome patent. Not going to get no more on it. Going to stick on my subject, get myself in trouble. I have a cup of tea. You talk about 3 days of darkness now. Yeah. Hey there, Bone Jones. Yes. On May the 19th, look, of 1780, the skies over New England and New York were darkened for a full day. In the preceding days, the sun and the moon have appeared red tinted. And the moon of May 19, the sky was nearly dark as night. It was known as the dark day. You can see it. The extent of this darkness was very remarkable. Candles were lighted up in houses. The birds, having sung their evening songs, disappeared and became silent. The fowls retired to roost. The cocks were crowing all around as at break of day. Objects could not be distinguished but a very little distance, and everything bore the appearance of gloom at night. The phenomenon was also commemorated by John Greenleaf Whittier, who wrote in 1866 the poem The Abraham Davenport. I like poetry. 'Twas a May day of the far old year, 1780, that there fell over the bloom and sweet life of the spring, over the fresh earth and the heaven of noon, a horror of great darkness like the night, in a day of which the Norland sages tell. The twilight of gods, the low hung sky was black with ominous clouds, save where is rim, save its rim. Oh, we want to hear about the rim of the sky. Well, we got to do it. The twilight of the gods. The low hung sky was black with ominous clouds, save where its rim was fringed with a dull glow, like that which climbs the crater's sides from the red hell below. Birds ceased to sing, and all the barnyard fowls roosted. The cattle at the pasture bars lowed and looked homeward. Bats on leathern wings fitted abroad. The sounds of labor died. Modern dendrochronological studies have confirmed that the cause of the dark day was smoke from the massive forest fires in Canada pushed south with the wind's current, combined with cloud cover and foggy conditions. Foggy conditions. There was an event. You've been talking about the fog. Now we're talking about the dark day. The two are one. They're connected. The sky. Soon after my return home from West Point, my mind was again troubled with the phenomenon of the dark day all over our New England. This baffled all human skill, for it was given up by the great and small that there was neither clouds nor smoke in the hemisphere or atmosphere. Yet the sun did not appear all that day, and that day was as dark as night. No work could be done in any house without a candle, and the night following was as dark accordingly, although there was a full-grown moon. I was going to a neighbor's house in company with a young man, and as we passed several houses, the people were out wringing their hands and howling, "The day of judgment has come." This made the young men look pale. I made as light of it as I could, but it felt awful. Wow. No snow, Betty Zoom. The believers, a small group of believers into what became a society that included thousands of individuals living in nearly 20 communal villages. The elder Calvin Green's biography of Father Joseph Macon, the first public testimony of the gospel in America, was delivered by Father James, and Father James commenced public preaching, and a number of converts who became lifelong Shakers, such as Hannah Goodrich, visited Mother Ann at Waterville in June. So it might also be argued that Mother Ann found a way to transform a distressing experience into a positive outcome, as many of us may feel called upon to do this day. This day was a dark day. Oh, there's another dark day. Oh. The British, but it was not until the dark day on July the 7th that the Shakers ran afoul of the Committee for Detecting and Defeating Conspiracies. The committee, established 1778, had broad authority to arrest and imprison British spies and sympathizers. On July the 7th of 1780, Brother David Darrow and 2 others were arrested for bringing sheep from Lebanon to Niskanyuna on the ground that there is the greatest reason to suppose from their disaffection with America, with the American cause, and that they mean to convey the sheep to the enemy. The Shakers, instead of disavowing the principle of pacifism, let me read this. For their own safety, they testified to the committee that it was their determined resolution never to give up arms and to dissuade others from doing the same. The committee declared that such principles at the present day are highly pernicious and of destructive tendency to the freedom and independence of the United States of America, and committed Darrow, Joseph Meekum, and the English convert John Hocknell to jail. Later that month, the committee ordered the apprehension of the Shakers' leaders. Wow, so this is frequent complaints have been made by the sundry of the well-affected inhabitants of the county that John Partington, William Lee, and Anne Standerream Lee, by their conduct, conversation, disturbed the public peace. Look how they wrote the word public. And are daily dissuading the friends to the American cause for taking up arms in defense of their liberties. These 3, like the others, did not deny that they had endeavored to influence other persons against taking up arms, and so in August they were remanded to the prison in Albany. What happened? Look at that. The Shaker communities, frequent abuse of hardship. The Quakers and the Shakers. That's interesting that we read that. Trying to dissuade the people from taking up arms to protect their, whatever it was, the freedom. The dark day. Wow. All over England. New England. It's interesting how this committee was established in 1778, and the Declaration of Independence was written in 1776. They mean to convey the sheep to the enemy. You have memories of your family in that day, then you can remember back then. You were around. You related to POTUS 7 Andrew Jackson. Isn't that interesting? Oh, it's getting cold up here. The fog has come around before other, catastrophes. I don't know what happened. I'm going to open up the tabs that I had. I just want to see the tabs that I had. I don't want to see you. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't get back to it. Yeah. We got the cold weather coming. The snow is here, Al honey. Yeah. The enemy is truth. Yeah. Is the snow here? I'll look. I'm going to look out this window up here. The one that I saw the being in, and I didn't get a bad energy from the being that was up here. It was like this right here. Look at this right here. See it? But this is where I screwed this on here for my Rosie, honey. This is how it looks out there. So Rosie likes to sit up here and look at the birds down there. I'm surprised she's not out. The little birds are eating the bird seed my husband put out. If he didn't put it out, I got to tell him, Jonathan, you need to go down there and the birds want their seed. They're waiting on the trees. They probably do want their seeds. I don't know if he went down there and fed them yet. If he didn't, I'll go out and give them their food. So I'm going to go. I am going to go, you all. So, let me do this like this. So, with that being said, Gina, you're inside a curtain. Yeah, I am. I can be inside the curtain. I'm behind the veil now. We've managed to penetrate the veil, and we can see clearly. That's right. You gotta get to that point. So I'm gonna go, and with that being said, hello wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your morning. Hey, Apple Brooks, thank you. Y'all hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. Thank you, Al Honey. Thank you all for your comments and your contributions of knowledge in the comments because I like to read them and I know a lot of other people like to read them too. Yeah, so I would assume as the day progresses down here, that right there, fire ring might get covered up by the snow. It's supposed to get around 10 to 15 inches of snow. Have a wonderful rest of your Maud Miller. Thank you, Marcy. Morning.